Miss Abby from the Muncie Public Library, and today we'll be doing a special online story time. My Scarecrow friend here is going to help us with our first welcome song. If you know the lyrics at home, please sing along. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. So now that we've all been welcomed, we're going to do a Scarecrow poem. So first, I'm going to plant some corn. I'm going to plant some beets. And I'm going to plant some cabbages. Down in my garden, row by row, I planted seeds and I watched them grow. Big crows came and they began to eat. They pecked my corn and they poked my beets. I stuck a scarecrow in between the rows. He had a funny straw hat and silly old clothes. The scarecrow now keeps the crows away. And my garden grows bigger day by day. Next we're going to do I'm a Little Scarecrow, and it goes to the tune of I'm a Little Teapot. So if you know it at home, please sing along. I'm a little scarecrow stuffed with hay. Here I stand in a field all day. When I see big crows, I like to shout, "Hey, you crows, you better get out." Next we're going to read our story. It's titled, The Little Scarecrow Boy. Once upon a time, in a cornfield there lived a scarecrow, and his scarecrow wife, and their little scarecrow boy. Every day of the world, Old Man Scarecrow went into the cornfield to make faces at the crows. And every day of the world, his little scarecrow boy wanted to come too. And every day of the world, Old Man Scarecrow said, "No, no, little boy, you can't go. You're not fierce enough to scare a crow. Wait till you grow." So, every day, the little scarecrow boy stayed at home all day and just grew. Every day out in the field, Old Man Scarecrow waved his arms and made terrible faces. He made such terrible faces that the crows nearly lost their feathers at the sight of him there, and they flew far, far away. Every evening when the sun went down, Old Man Scarecrow came rattling home, and all evening he sat in his scarecrow house teaching his little scarecrow boy how to make fierce faces. Old Lady Scarecrow whistled through her straw teeth at the looks of them there. But early in the morning when the sun came up, it was the same old "No. No, little boy, you can't go. You're not fierce enough to scare a crow. Wait till you grow." So, the little scarecrow boy stayed at home all day and just grew. Then, one day, after the little boy had learned all 6 faces of his father's, he could make them one after the other. He decided to run away. Early the next morning, he would go out into the cornfield and he would frighten a crow. So before the sun was up, or Old Man Scarecrow was up, or Old Lady Scarecrow was up, the little scarecrow boy slipped out of bed, dressed quietly on tiptoe, and went quietly, quietly, quietly out of the house. Over to the cornfield. Up on his father's post, in his father's place. It was a fine shining morning with the sun gleaming green down the corn blades. Crows circled in the air far away over the trees. The little Scarecrow Boy waved his arms through the air. He had never felt fiercer in all his life. And then came flying a big black crow. Oh, oh, oh! The little Scarecrow made his first fierce face, and still came flying the big black crow. Oh, oh, oh! The little Scarecrow Boy made his second fierce face, and still came flying the big black crow. His third face, oh, 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 time to go! So the little Scarecrow Boy ran and he ran down the corn rows. The black flapping wings made a noise now, and looking back he could see the blue sky through the ragged feathers of the nearest crow. He ran and he ran, and then he stopped, his fourth face, and still came flying the big black crow. So he ran and he ran and he ran and he ran, and the crow flew and he flew and he flew and he flew, and the little Scarecrow Boy ran. And then he made his fifth and next to fiercest face of all, and still came flying the big black crow. The little boy had only one face left now, and hardly any breath. Even so, he stopped, and with his arms stretched wide above his head and his fingers drooping on his hands, he gave the big black crow the sixth face. And whoa! The old crow flew backwards through the air, feathers flying everywhere, until there wasn't even the shadow of a crow on the land. A scarecrow at last. The little Scarecrow Boy knew that he was a fierce scarecrow as there was in all the cornfields in all of the world. And then he saw a shadow in front of him, and he looked up, and there behind him was Old Man Scarecrow, his father. And his father was proud of his little boy who had made all six faces at the crows. And he picked up his little Scarecrow Boy in his scarecrow arms, and they went home to breakfast. And when the little Scarecrow grew up, he was the fiercest scarecrow in all the fields and all of the world. The end. Next we're going to do, Did You Ever See a Scarecrow? It goes to the tune of our first song, The More We Get Together. And if you know the lyrics at home, please sing along. Did you ever see a scarecrow, a scarecrow, a scarecrow? Did you ever see a scarecrow that's filled with dry hay? He's all dressed in old clothes, and he scares off the black crows. Did you ever see a scarecrow that's filled with dry hay? Next we're going to do a scarecrow rhyme titled 5 Stuffed Scarecrows. 5 stuffed scarecrows swaying in the corn rows. The first one said, "Go away, crows." The second one said, "I am very small." The third one said, "I am very tall." The fourth one said, "I wear a small hat." The fifth one said, "By me runs a cat." 5 stuffed scarecrows swaying in the corn roads, swaying left and right as the autumn wind blows. All right, everybody, it's time to say goodbye. So we're going to sing our wave goodbye song. If you know it at home, please sing along. We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We clap our hands for all our friends. We wave goodbye like this. Thank you for joining us for this online Scarecrow Storytime. If you enjoyed this storytime, please check out our other storytimes on our YouTube channel. We also have other links and information on our website, munciepubliclibrary.org. We'll see you again soon!